4 weeks down and only 2 to go. Boy, the time is just flying by, but this week is a very, very significant week, especially for those of us in ministry, because it may be the one that we most need. And this week we're going to focus on the practice of Sabbath. And how does someone like you, with your schedules and with Sunday being so filled with ministry activity, how do you incorporate and practice Sabbath on a regular basis? Now, during this week, I want you to absorb Marva Dawn's book. It's a long book, but it's a very, very significant book. In fact, one of the supplemental texts that if you ever want to get, my favorite author of all time, I guess, is Walter Brueggemann. And he's written this little book that's called Sabbath as Resistance, Saying No to the Culture of Now. It's a short little volume. I bought it just because the title was so intriguing. And in there, he basically says that no one's done a better job than Marva Dawn of giving us a good, very intensive look at Sabbath and what it means for us to practice Sabbath. Now, also, if you do not have or have not read Richard Foster's Celebration of Discipline, it's going to be a must that you read portions of that this week. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it available to you electronically, and so you'll just have to maybe borrow a copy or pick up a copy. It is a spiritual classic, and it's one that you really should have in your library. During the week, we'll have a couple of group questions, your small group questions, where you'll talk about your own practices of Sabbath, things like solitude, and we'll talk about that in small groups. But for the entire group, I want us to really have an active discussion and conversation on how you incorporate godly play, any kind of recreation that just restores your bodies as well as your souls. And I think that we'll have some real interesting times talking about that and how we make Sabbath both a daily practice, how we make it a weekly practice, how we make it an annual practice, and how we make it a practice and a way of life for us. It's going to be real important that we think about that. And you'll be finishing up your final section for your rule of life this week. So this week is all about Sabbath, although kind of ironically, you won't get much Sabbath this week because you're going to be really, really busy with reading and conversation. But I think it's going to be a very, very significant topic and one that I think can be life-changing for you. Let's get it done, okay?